my brothers and sisters, welcome to my channel, The Goddess. I'm here with a new pick a card reading. These are the shadow attributes of ourselves that we need to work on in order to become the highest version of ourselves. I was really called to do this reading for the collective because at the moment we are in the age of Aquarius and in the process of ascending to the new earth. And so as light workers, we are being called to raise the vibration of the earth. And in order to do that, we need to first go within and raise our own vibration. And so that is why we need to face our shadow attributes, face the dark sides of ourselves, really shine the light on them, face them head on and conquer them. And you know, it's not an easy thing to do, I will be completely honest with you, but that's why I'm here to help with that process. I will be doing it alongside you, as I am not a person that just says do as I say, not as I do. I try my best to lead by example, so I'll be doing it alongside with you guys, facing the shadow attributes of myself as well. And it's a journey. You know, we're being called to be the lotus flower because the lotus flower grows in these murky, muddy waters, and through this darkness, something beautiful blossoms. And that's what we are being called to do with our soul. Our soul is meant to blossom into a beautiful flower. And we're going to do that by diving in and facing the darkness. So I have 6 piles for you. I have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, and pile 6. Take the time to really meditate on which pile really resonates with you. Feel free to choose more than one pile if you feel called to, and I will see you at your pile. Hi pile 1, if you chose this blue stone here, this is the reading for you. So these will be the shadow aspects of yourself that we need to work on to reach your highest good. So from the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, I have the 2 of Sorrow. This is to help you with shadow work, this deck here. We have Temperance and we have Death. From the Dark Mirror, we have Fragmentation and Anger in Chains. From the Halloween Oracle, we have Invisibility, Risk and Reward. We have the Dry Desert. And actually we'll move these to the side here. From the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, we have the 2 of Earth, Thoughts in Reverse, and the Queen of Water. From the Lover's Oracle, we have Don't Make Decisions Based Off of Guilt. We have Healing. And Messages from Your Angels, we have Balance, Action, and Creativity. Okay? And these will be mantras that I'll have in the links below for you. We have the Heart Chakra and Release. And I'll go through those at the end. Alright, pile 1. From what I can see here, what is going on with you guys? Okay, so what I can see here, because this reading is about what's been holding you back, okay? So I can see that you have suffered very deep heartache. Okay, I'm actually going to move this a little bit just so you can see the cards a bit, because I kind of went a little bit to the left too much here. But yes, you guys have definitely suffered heartache, okay? And what it's done is it's torn you apart pretty much. We have the 2 of Sorrow here, okay? So this represents the negative aspects of the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups in the traditional tarot is one of the most beautiful cards you can get in a love reading, in any reading actually. It's one of my personal favorite cards, the 2 of Cups. It represents emotional fulfillment. It shows 2 lovers facing each other and, you know, being able to really go through the thick and thin. You have an arrow trying to drive between the 2 of them, but they're still so focused on each other. It's a very beautiful, loving union card, even a soulmate card. The 2 of Cups in reverse tells me that you have suffered such heartache, and it could be a betrayal, whatever has crushed you so deeply that it's cause you to lock away your heart and lock you up essentially in a fortress. Okay, you have taken this hurt inward and it's fragmented you. You've been disarray and fragmented, and the anger within you has literally keep you bounded in chains and is what's preventing you from reaching your highest potential. That's what this reading is saying. Okay, we have this energy here, this telling me that you're out of balance. You've literally fallen from grace. Temperance is about healing and balance, and this is the negative aspects of the Temperance card. So you're definitely out of balance. We have the angel saying you need balance, and then 2 of Earth in reverse also represents being out of balance. It's so clear in this reading of what's going on with you. Okay? But we will get through this. I'm going to go through the readings so we can help you out. We have the Death card. Now the Death card isn't always a bad omen. The death of something bad is good, right? So the death of an illness is good, so healing can start. The death, the ending of a career that was making you stressed can open up doors to a better career, right? So the ending of something bad and harmful in your life is essential. That way new things can come into your life. So death isn't necessarily a bad thing, okay? In this instance, because we have death here, whatever's happened to you, you've seen it as like the kiss of death. And what's happening now is that you're afraid to start anew because you've been so heartbroken. You're afraid to really open your heart up again. That's why we have, what you need to do, the heart chakra, right? Really open up your heart again and love again. The healing needs to occur, okay? So I'll read what it says about anger and chains in this dark mirror for you, because the anger within, what it's doing is it's actually destroying you, okay? And it's, like I said, it's keeping you from becoming your highest potential. It says here, anger is not the road to clarity. It's not controlled effort or a cold dish. It's raw, primal, explosive. It's a loss of reason, the loss of restraint. A bomb burning bright in black color. A wax seal carefully crafted to be immediately broken. But anger is also freedom. How can you break a single thread woven a million other? How can you unfetter yourself from a bad situation, letting all the rest unchanged? It doesn't work like that. When you need to break free, you need to shake and shout, and the more things will be broken than just what you want to hurt. They are like a bundle you can target, but you cannot choose. Break many to break one. Save one to save many. So what this card is saying here with anger and chains is it's your anger that is binding you in chains, literally. And when we hold the anger within and we don't express ourselves in a healthy way, it just explodes, right? That's why we have release. Okay, so you need to release what has been your heartache in a healthy way, okay? That's what this reading is saying here. That, you've locked yourself away, essentially, like in a fortress, and keeping yourself from love, right? And it's not healthy. It's what's holding you back. We have the 2 of Earth here. You can see, she's like this gnome in the garden. She has this balance, right? And everything is fruitful around her. Because you've been so hurt and you're out of balance, that's what's stopping your creativity, right? Because when we're heartbroken, I get it. When you go through a depression, it's hard. It's hard to get that jive back, But what you can do is when you focus on the things you love, that's what's going to help the healing process. We have thoughts in reverse, so I'm going to read this because what's happening is there's too much negative thoughts as well going through your mind that's also holding you back, because our thoughts do have the process to create our reality, That's why I call myself the goddess, because in a sense we all are gods and goddesses, in the sense that we all have the power within us to create our own reality. And that's something that a lot of us forget. We forget that the power is within us. And that's something also that this reading is saying, is for you to take back your power. And part of that is having, healthy thoughts as well. So it says here, with thought card in reverse. Okay, so the thought card reverse symbolizes, I'll show you what it looks like upright. Okay, so when you get this card, it says, the need to question negative and critical mind speaking when it arises. Ask yourself, why are you thinking thoughts that fill your mind and create the chatter? If the thoughts revolve around you, try asking yourself these questions. Are the thoughts valid? Do they have foundation? Or so might be the time to look inwards to determine why you're having them. If they do not have a foundation, however, the best thing you can do is to share your attention. Do not allow them to become persistent thoughts that can in turn become words and beliefs that do not serve you. If the chatter in your mind is harsh and critical or fearful or doubting, it will affect how you move through your life. It may prevent you from achieving the outcomes you most desire. Whatever the cause, when a critical or condemning inner voice speaks, there is no real way to hide from it. All we can do is shine a light upon the thoughts behind the voice. Do what we can to understand those thoughts and then change or dispel them. Doing so will in turn silence that voice. If it does not help, then sometimes the only alternative is distraction. When your inner voice is critical or judgmental, do something that shifts your focus and give it something more productive and beneficial to chatter about. It is in this way that affirmations, joyful activity, and positive social environment can be beneficial. The affirmations and activities serve to shift your attention to more positive thoughts. While the latter helps by not feeding the negative thought, it's quite challenging, however, to banish negative critical mind speak when surrounded by friends and family who encourage. Sorry, it says here, while surrounded by friends and family who encourage or feed negativity. Okay, so it's saying that, it can be hard to get out of a negative mind frame if you're surrounded with people that are negative, right? And I get that, because sometimes you have to distance yourself from people, even if you love them, if they're toxic. Doesn't mean you still love them from a distance, but sometimes you have to do that. That's something else as well, So I get that you've been hurt very deeply, okay? And that's another message, as well, to get away from negativity. Okay, so for your own well-being, look closely at your circle of friends, family, and work colleagues and notice how they express their own thoughts. Do they have a tendency to make harsh comparisons? Do they ridicule, judge, or condemn those who think a different way? Even though we love people we have in our lives, they're not always good for us. When we become aware of this, it may be that the only way to find our way back to a healthy, positive mind speak is to limit our exposure to those who focus on the negative. Okay, so when the thought card appears reversed in your reading, listen to your mind speak and understand how it reflects the truest nature of your thoughts. Ask yourself whether those thoughts are welcome or if they need to change. Listen closely to what your inner voice says to you and about you, and know that the very thoughts behind the chatter have the power to shape your reality. So that's exactly what I was saying before too. So your thoughts are so powerful, okay? You've been hurt, okay? It's torn you apart. You've not spoken your truth. I mean, maybe there could even possibly be negative people in your life that you're not telling them, like, hey, you're being negative, stop, or having those healthy boundaries, because you're being asked to become the queen of water. Okay, she's the queen of love. All right, she is compassionate. I'll show you her close here. She's compassionate. She's the queen of love. She's the queen of emotion, right? She is empathetic as well and understands not only the needs of others but her own. Okay, so she also is someone that has healthy boundaries. So she is so balanced in her emotions that she also has the healthy boundaries where she can be like, okay, you're being negative, or you are not treating me right, and she corrects, and comes from a place of love when she corrects as well. She's very stable in her emotions. Okay, I mean, the only higher stable emotional person would be the King of Cups in the tarot, right? He's master, he's the king, right? The queen is there too, she's very nurturing as well, and you're being asked to be the queen, because she also is someone that understands by being vulnerable is courageous. Okay? So what it says here with the queen, because right now you're locking yourself up in a fortress of solitude, right? And you're being asked to be the queen of water. So it says here, you know, when we share our truth feelings, we make ourselves vulnerable, but to be willing to do so shows both courage and strength. Is this queen part of your nature? Is there someone in your life who needs or would benefit from your help and loving support? Or is it you who need to seek out a like energy in your life for healing or guidance? When the Queen of Water appears in your card, she signifies a very affirming and a positive energy, for she is the epitome of love in all its forms. Take heart and know that bright days are ahead. Okay, so yeah, so what it's saying here is not only to become the queen, who is compassionate, empathetic, sensitive, intuitive, she's also honest with her emotions as well. To not only embody that energy, so you can be that to other people, but also seek that energy as well in the people that you surround yourself with. Okay, so that's reiterating with this here, the thoughts in reverse is to seek good company, right? So you can be yourself, because right now we have invisibility, authenticity. You're so closed off, you're not even being yourself. Your fullest potential. You're so hurt. That's what this reading's saying. You need to release that. There's healing going to occur. We have the dry desert, and things happen for a reason, right? We have the dry desert, okay? And we have risk and reward. So I'm going to read the dry desert for you. Alright, so what this says here, and I'll get the card out so you can see it. This woman's in a desert, alright? And these are harsh conditions. But you're being asked to be resilient, okay? Dig deep for the inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like... So does it feel like you're on an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You're being required to conserve your energy until, after conscious effort, you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of the outer environment. In the desert, water essential for life can be found deep underground. Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let the spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you're in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is what's most important place to find what's truly right for you. Okay? So this heartache that you've gone through, it serves a purpose. It's to teach you to be resilient. The people that are around you that could be negative, it's teaching you to be resilient, right? To quiet their nonsense. And I know that's easier said than done, and I've been there and I've done that. I have been around negative family, I've been around negative partners, I've been around friends that are negative as well, you know, and I had to find my peace despite all of that. And even through all the heartache I've been through as well, you know, I've been this pile. I've been here. I've closed myself off in a fortress and isolated myself because I didn't know how to deal with that. I went within and it was slowly eating me away and keeping me from my potential and blocking my creativity. I've been here. I really have, and so I completely understand where you're coming from, pile one. I do. But the thing is, the truth about love, right? It's a double-edged sword in the sense is when we love someone, yes, we have to be vulnerable. Okay? It opens up our hearts to become something, right? Let me reword that. What I meant is when we open up our heart and vulnerable, then something beautiful can come of it, okay? So when we love someone, right? What it says, when you love someone, you are giving them the power to hurt you, but trusting them not to. Okay, so there is a risk when you open your heart to love someone, and you've been hurt before, I get it. So it's a scary thing, but it's a very rewarding thing, okay? And the universe rewards those who are courageous enough to take risks. And you deserve the best. And right now, because you've held yourself back, and you haven't released all this heartache and everything, it's just stopping your progression. We have healing, okay? So healing is starting to occur. That's what this is saying. We have what it says here, be illuminated by love and truth. Right now, healing is taking place, okay? To support your understanding of the gifts in your experiences, weird or difficult circumstances can often be fast-track path to your desires. Until we recognize subtle imbalances, the best way to clean up outdated beliefs is to have our buttons pushed. Buttons are created by continued attention to unbalanced thoughts, ideas, or beliefs. Every time we're reminded or talk about a hurt, it pushes a button and reopens a wound that we are yet to heal. Wounds are created by mental, spiritual, or physical trauma. Poking at them will prolong the healing process. Leave them alone so balance can be restored. The wholeness can return. Inspired action for healing may include seeing a therapist, consulting a medical profession, or spending time in the ocean. Water is very healing. That's very true. Focusing on what you love is also healing. All is perfect in every moment, even if we can't see it at the time. So yes, focus on what you love. That is so true. Whatever it is, right? If you like writing, write. If you like playing music, play music. If you like dancing, if you like playing tennis, even if you don't have the opportunity to play at a court, you can still hit the ball against a wall. Whatever brings you joy, focus on that, and that will be the start of this healing of the heartache, okay? And I know it's hard because when I'm a writer, and when I get through like a depression phase, it's hard for me to think, I get like a writer's block, but just push through it. Your angels have messages from you. So we have creativity. It says here, we, your angelic messengers, are here to help you unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. Yes, be like a child again, right? Children, whether it's human children, baby elephants, baby cats, they play. That's how they, explore and learn how to survive even. They play, they have fun and play. Have that joy back. That's how the healing is going to start. Balance. Difference is necessary part of human evolution, and everything in life comprise of opposites which together make life whole. If you light a candle in a room already flooded with light, the light of your candle will be indistinguishable from the light which already exists. Because of darkness, we are able to perceive the light. Both are necessary. So what this is saying is there's a balance in life. We need the darkness, the heartache, so we can see the light, so we can appreciate the light that is in our life. Lots of times stuff happens that breaks our heart. We lose our jobs, we lose lovers, we lose family members. Even heartache occurs for whatever reason in different forms in our life to make us stronger and for us to appreciate what we have. A lot of us are locked down right now. Now we're appreciating our freedom. A lot of us can't see our family as much as we want to. Now we're appreciating that communication with our family. I think I'm talking more to my family now than I did before because I can't see them, So sometimes through the darkness, it awakens us, right? And so rather than this heartache, whatever it was, whether it's a betrayal, a loss of a lover, a loss of a job, whatever it was that broke your heart, it served a purpose. And the purpose was not for you to go within and destroy yourself and lock yourself in a fortress and not be your authentic self. The purpose of it was for you to learn from it, grow from it, and become stronger because of it. Okay? Next message from the angels, we have action. Drop all the fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is a positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. All right, so get out of that fortress. Pick yourself up, even if you've fallen from grace. Start on that new beginning. Okay? Heal. We have these mantras here, the heart chakra, so this will help heal your heartache. I will have that in the link below for you to heal your heart, because you definitely are heartbroken. That's why you got that. And then we have release all the burdens that and anxiety, and be your authentic self. It's time for that. So when you do this mantra, you have your left thumb over your right, and you will meditate like this. And as what you will be saying as you do this when you meditate is, I release all obstacles and align to my true nature. Okay? Because it's time for you to align to your true nature, because you've been locked up. You've been dwelling in this heartache. Okay? And finally, from the Lover's Oracle, we have, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay? So again, more confirmation, be true to yourself. Okay? Be authentic. Release all that's within you. Do the things that you love, that make you happy and joyful. Be true to yourself. Then you're going to be true to others, and that will bring the right people into your life, because like attracts like. When you love yourself, it's so much easier for others to love you. And what you put out to the universe will come back to you. So if you put out loving energy, that love will come back to you. Trust that. Okay? So pile 1, this is your reading. I hope it's brought some light to you. As this, or the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on for our highest potential. I wish you all the best. Love and light. Take care. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this opal stone here, this is the reading for you. So these are the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on in order to reach our highest potential and our highest good. So, from the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, I got the Ace of Torment. I have the Imp of Sorrow. From the Dark Mirror, I have Obsession. From the Halloween Oracle, I have Death and Dawn. These are both good cards to get. They're about new beginnings. From the Dreams of Gaia, I have the 8 of Water in reverse, the 5 of Water in reverse, and the 10 of water. I have from Maps Oracle, Encouragement. I have Soul Family and Soul Journey. And messages from your angels. I have Breakthrough. And the mantras that I will give to you at the end. And I have a link below for meditations to help you with this. I have Consciousness and Fluidity. Okay, so go through those as well towards the end. Alright, so pile 2. Looking at this reading here, what is the shadow aspect of yourself that we need to work on? Okay. This one's interesting. So we have emotion here. This is all about, water is all about emotions, but then we have sword energy and more water. Okay, so we'll start out with the first card I pulled out, the Ace of Torment, Smoke and Mirrors. This card is about confusion, because it's the shadow aspects of the Ace of Swords, essentially. So the Ace of Torment, this card is about not seeing things for what they are. From what I can see here, and also with the Imp of Sorrow here, and even the Obsession, and even these cards here, actually all these cards, these tarot cards in particular, are reflecting you coming from the stance of a victim. And that is what's holding you back. That's the wrong energy to be in. You need to focus on what's going right in your life and the gratitude. The 5 of Cups, right, the 5 of Water. You can see this woman here, she's looking down, not even seeing the ray of light that's coming towards her. You know, the lively fish that are around her. She's so focused on the negative aspects of her life, she's failing to see the beauty that is around her. And that's essentially what the 5 of Cups represents, okay? Is focusing too much on the negative where you don't see the positive. And when we do that, we create a stumbling block to ourselves, because how the law of attraction works is through gratitude. It starts with that, right? We have the 10 of Water here, which is one of the most beautiful cards to get in any reading, okay? And you have that for yourself, and that's the potential that you can have. The reason why you're not reaching it at this moment, this 10 of Cups, which represents, you know, the happy family life, emotional fulfillment. It's one of the most happy cards in the whole tarot deck, one of my personal favorite cards, is because you're coming from the wrong energy and focusing too much of the lack of rather than what is the blessings of your life, okay? We have Obsession here as well, so that's just another indication that, you know, it's an obsessive thought. So I'll read what it says here in the dark mirror for Obsession, okay? So you can see the card here. This is what's holding you back, my dears. So there is nothing else that can replace my focus, is what it says here. We chase comments and mirrors and shadows. Sometimes we actually chase cars or myths. Obsession is the trick of our perception, right? We have the smoke and mirrors, right? Remember it said it's about being confusion, about the truth being obscured, okay? Many become one, and that one bloats as to take everything else. It feels as if whatever it is, an idea, person, objective, flavors of our life and gives meaning to it. As all the light through a lens converges on a single point, and that point goes ablaze under the greatest fire. But in truth, more than in acting or life, it numbs our attention to the rest. Exactly. That's what 5 of Cups represents, the 5 of Water. It makes us feel more awake by hiding the rest of the world under a cloud of slumber. Obsession is a drug. In small doses it whips, in big doses it kills. If we drown inside obsession, we should close our eyes. We don't die in the darkness, we just fall asleep, and then we can wake up more naturally. Okay? So this is the theme of the reading, basically, is being obsessed in negative thinking, being obsessed of what's gone wrong in your life, whatever it may be, losing a job, losing a lover, being financially unstable, whatever negative attributes that has happened in your life, you're focusing too much on that, and it's stopping you from reaching your fullest potential, which is this 10 of Cups here. This is the energy you need to get out of, okay? So gratitude, that's the first step, right? So we have the 8 of Cups here, which represents gratitude, okay? And it came out in reverse. So I'll show you what the card looks like upright, so you can have a nice look at it here. You know, this man, he has all his chakras like lit, and because he's coming from a place of gratitude, you know, he's in its power, okay? So what it says here is 8 of Water reverse symbolizes the lack of appreciation, that being married with unhealthy desire for what more manifests in the feeling of avarice and covetousness. To covet what others have, believing the more will bring happiness, power, wealth, is a state of mind and being that has brought down kingdoms and founded new ones in the rubble. Okay? So if we do not appreciate what we have in our life now, or we're unable to see the abundance that surrounds us, why would our feelings change if more money, a new car, house, or relationship? Yes, the quality of our experience might change, but if we take little joy from our present experiences, the love of the family and friends we already and joy and the abundance that surrounds us, then it is unlikely that our feelings will change just because our financial status allows us to do so or buy more. An emotional or spiritual lack cannot be assuaged by possessions. The Eight of Water reverse represents a need to question the desire for more, when more is not truly necessary. Ask yourself when this card appears if there is an emotional, physical, intellectual, or spiritual lack that needs to be addressed. Okay, so what this is saying is that even if you were to get what you desired, whatever it may be, car, lover, house, whatever it is, right? If you can't find joy in the simple things you have, then obtaining that, whatever it is that you want, isn't going to bring you happiness. And this is how the law of attraction works, okay? So it's being appreciative with what you have. So I give this example with the water, the half glass full. Okay, so you can have one person, they'll give them one glass of water and they're appreciative. It's like, wow, you've given me a glass half full of water. I have a glass half full of water. This is amazing. Thank you. I'm so appreciative of this water. And another person can get the same exact glass and be like, what the hell is this? This cup is half full. You know, where's the rest? You know, and so it's a matter of perception. That person that is appreciative of having the glass half full, the universe will bring more. Because when you focus on the lack, the universe is going to bring more of that lack. That's how it works. If we're focusing on, I don't have enough money, I can't make ends meet, well, guess what? You're going to get more debt and you're going to feel more of lack. But when you are appreciative of what you have, it's like, wow, I'm so grateful. I have a roof over my head, I have clothes on my back, I have a family that supports me, whatever it may be, the appreciative of the things you have, then the universe will bring more. The blessings will just flood. Because like attracts like, you attract what energy you put out into the universe. Whatever thoughts you put out into the universe will come back to you. If you are a loving person, love will come back to you. If you're an angry person, then no one's going to want to be around you, you know? You get what you give out. That's how the universe works, okay? And so that's why it's so essential to be appreciative. Because when you appreciate what you have, then you will get even more. That's how it works, okay? And so that's what this reading is saying. This reading is saying that you have been playing the victim for too long, and it's time for a new phase to come about. So we have the death. An eternal cycle begins here. So there needs to be a death of the old way of thinking and a new birth of a new way of thinking. That's why they have, you know, this moth butterfly, the metamorphosis, right? A butterfly is a caterpillar and then it turns into a butterfly. It has a new beginning. That's what you need to encompass, this new beginning, so you can become your highest potential. Because you have the Ten of Cups here. We have the Five of Water, which reiterates, you know, what we've been saying, because the tarot likes to do this. It likes saying the same thing over and over again till you get it. I've found that a lot in my readings. I can pull many cards, but lots of times it's the same message. So with the Five of Water in reverse, what it says here again is it's a gentle reminder that while it's okay to feel hard done by now and again, to allow ourselves to be swept up by life's many dramas, it does not serve us well to embrace a victim mindset, a long-term or permanent basis. There comes a time when we must unlock the emotional chains that binds us and walk free of them. The Five of Water reverse may be asking us whether the moment that we have bound ourselves to has passed, and if so, to accept what is done cannot be undone. Therefore, it may be time to stop gnashing our teeth, wailing and moaning, and pointing fingers, for continual self-pity is likely to do nothing more than alienate others and hamper our potential. Remember, as always, that we play a part in every situation. We make choices, both passive and active, that influences every outcome, that manifests. Now, and different choices can be made in our present. Choose to move forward. The Five of Water reverse advises not to be a slave to emotions and moments that no longer serve. It's time to stop feeling sorry for ourselves, right? It's time. Because we are on a dawn the light after the darkness. It's time to see the dawn. Okay? It's time. We have encouragement here. So, these cute giraffes here. Mama and baby here. It says here, you're receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You're on the right path. Keep going. So, if you can change this mindset, right, you're going to be on the right path, and the universe is going to guide you to this 10 of Cups, to this 10 of Water, okay? And the 10 of Water, as I said, is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck. The 10 of Water represents, you know, happy fulfillment, a happy life, you know, complete emotional fulfillment. When the 10 of Water appears in your reading, right, she represents, it says here, a state of serene grace that is achievable if you desire it. By consciously embracing a positive mindset and focusing on a living joyful life, in this moment, on this day, and each day that follows, you can influence everything around you in the same positive manner. It is not about denying those influences that create discord and disharmony. Instead, it's about choosing not to allow them to disrupt your life or steal your happiness. It is about starting each day with a smile, greeting everyone you meet with a kindness, and focusing your attention on the things that bring you peace and joy. All right, perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself, because that's exactly what I'm trying to point out here, what this reading is trying to point out here, is the power is within you. You can have your dream life, anything that you want, but it starts with the mind, okay? So, soul journey. This is the soul journey that you're going on. Here says you're ready to start, right? We're going to embark on a new dawn, right? A new chapter is beginning for your life right now. This is a time to go easier on yourself, be courageous, loving being you are. Breathe into the present moment and allow many anxieties to drop away. Enjoy the journey and stop thinking the future will bring something better. When the future arrives, it will be now. Step out of the shadow of your past, all the matters that you decide to do from this moment. Your life is yours to live whatever way is meaningful to you. You brought yourself to this life and you're responsible for the quality of it. Trying to understand your reason for coming here will just hold you back. Just remember, everything you have done was the best you can do at the time or thought it was. As you move forward, you will understand your motives. Experiences allow you to better handle crisis. You are now deliberately creating a new chapter in your life. You are such an amazing pioneer. Okay, so everything that's happened to you has happened for a reason. It's to help you, strengthen you, it's to bring wisdom to you, you know, and it's part of your life's journey, right? And so, again, you know, what's happened to you is in the past. Learn from it, take the wisdom from it, and stop reliving it over and over. Get out of that obsession, okay? Find the fluidity back of your life, because we have fluidity and we have consciousness as well. So these are the things you got to work on here. But we also have breakthroughs. So this is a message from your angels here. We have how many beautiful heart wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. So you have so many cards. You have your angels here, right? As well, saying that a new beginning, right? The death of the old way of thinking and a new dawn and a breakthrough, a new beginning. You're being encouraged. This 10 of Cups is right at your footsteps if you can just change your mindset. That's what this reading is saying. Get out of that victim mentality. We have soul family as well. So you have so much support. We have you are loved and supported. Okay? You are loved and supported. Your family, soul family, wants you to know how much you are loved and how well you're doing. Your soul family consists of other souls that have similar values and ideas to you. The bright circle of light at the center of this image is a Shambhala. Think of it as a meeting place where your soul family gathers to connect with you. When you ask questions, its energy vibrates through the universe, bringing souls and their light beings to Shambhala to share responses and information. They're overjoyed to connect and co-create with you. Your questions and experiences on Earth move you and then expand awareness about love, life, and purpose. If you go back far enough in time, there was a point when all was connected, where all was one. As time progressed and energy was released and source was separated, we all originated from the source. So whatever form the members of your soul family take, you recognize them because they are part of you. We know in our hearts when we encounter a member of our soul family, even if we can't explain it. We often refer to this as meeting of a soulmate. Remember, a soulmate can come in many guises: a lover, a friend, a parent, a child, or an animal, and turn up when you need to remember the love that you are. Okay? So you have so much support surrounding you, okay? And what this is saying too is that you have possibly even a soulmate coming into your life, or soul family, just it's gonna really help you with this process, okay? Because that's what I'm feeling here with the soul family as well, that you just have so much support in your dreams, okay? So you have your angels, you have your guides, and you have your soul family as well. That's going to help you get out of this victim mindset, okay? So we have 2 mantras here for you. So we have fluidity. This will help with the obsessive thinking, okay? So we have gentle waves of ease flow through my mind and body, okay? So this is going to help ease your anxieties, okay? So I'll send you link for pile 2 for this mantra, but when you meditate, we have your right over your left, and so this would be the position that you have when you meditate. And when you are listening to the frequency I'm going to send you, you will say gentle waves of ease flow through my mind and body. Okay, that's what you will be chanting as you listen to this. That will help ease the anxiety and help you get through this. We have consciousness as well. So this is going to help you connect to all things as well, because this color represents the crown chakra. And when you do this mantra, so your hands are like this. See if you can see, right? Index fingers like that. Okay? And so what you will chant when you do this meditation for consciousness is, consciousness guides me to true clarity and freedom. Okay? And so I'll send links for both of those mantras for you in the comment section below once I upload this reading for you. And yeah, pile 2, this is your reading. So this is a reading to really take back your power, to get out of that victim mentality, okay? And once you go through the meditation as well, this will help you realize that everything has happened for a purpose. And it's all part of your journey, your soul's journey, okay? Everything that you've gone through, everything you've suffered, it's all for a purpose in your soul's journey, okay? So I wish you all the best, love and light. Take care. Hello, my pile 3. If you chose this pink rose quartz stone, this is the reading for you. So these are the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on in order to reach our highest potential. So I have from the Dark Night of the Soul Tarot, we have the Dictator of Torment. We have the 8 of Sorrow. We have here Forgetting Oneself. That's from the Dark Mirror. I have the Ace of Water. The 4 of Water in reverse. A lot of water energy in these readings. And the Child. This is from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I have here Eternal Love. Coming to Life. Actually, put that there. Coming to Life. Metamorphosis. A lot of messages about rebirthing and change in these readings as well. Light beings. It says light beings. And here's some mantras that I'll go over the end. We have reassurance and crown chakra. Messages from your angels. We have acceptance and guilt. And messages from the Lover's Oracle. I didn't do this for all piles, just a couple. I was called to do it for yours, pile 3. We have freedom and soulmate. Alright, so I'll explain those when I get to it. Alright, so what shadow aspects do we need to work on pile 3? My friends, you that have chosen pile 3, cold-blooded, directive torment, Eight of Sorrow, Stranded Island. Okay, so you guys have become a bit cynical. You guys have felt stranded, left out in the cold, and now it's hardened you, left you cold as well and emotionless. But lack of emotion doesn't mean you're inhuman or anything like that. You've just been hurt and you need to be healed. That's the meaning of this. And also you need to focus on self-love, because I believe that you've been hurt as well. And that's what's causing you've been disappointed with what life has brought you, and it's left you cold, because it's a coping mechanism that you're using, you know, kind of not caring, because caring would mean feeling something, right? We don't want to feel, because if we feel, we may be feeling negative and bad emotions that we want to avoid. So this cold-blooded card's about here. This is reiterated with the 4 of water in reverse as well. And being felt, you know. The 8 of Sorrow is like the 8 of Cups, but in reverse. So it's with the 8 of Cups, it's someone having the courage to walk away from the things that no longer serve them and embark on a new journey. You know, it's all cup energy has to do with emotions as well. But yeah, you've kind of cut that off. But there's love that's wanting to come into your life. We got messages of love here. It's wanting to come into your life. And a new love is going to come into your life, whether you realize it or not. And it's going to happen once you go through this metamorphosis and you start coming back to life again. Yep. So I'm going to go through this in detail. What's happened here is you've forgotten who you are through all this. Whatever has caused you to feel left out in the cold, it's caused you to forget who you are, because we all are infinite beings, right? Having a human experience. We all come from the same source, which is love. And that's what connects us to all things. And in everything that we do, we need to come from the place of love. That's something that you may have forgotten. With this 4 of water, I'm going to read what the booklet says, okay? So, and this is a general reading, so again, you know, take what resonates. You're always free to pick another pile. Pick more than one pile if you like. But if you're drawn to this pile, there is a purpose for it. There's no accidents. Everything serves a purpose. With the Four of Water in reverse, when this card comes up upright, it's actually a good card. It's about someone that has self-love and is loving themselves. It's a message to you as well that you need to come from a place of self-love. But what here it's saying that, yeah, you know, you're worthy and deserving of all you dream of, you know, but to remember that everyone else is as well, you know, and to be mindful of the universal law of cause and effect that will hold court and sit in judgment. As always, there will be rewards and consequences offered. If you choose to continue forward, knowing that you may bring emotional anguish onto another, be sure that the reward is far greater than the price you may end up with. Okay, so there's just a bit of a warning with this card when it comes in reverse to always come from a place of love, you know, to not become cold-hearted, you know, because you've been hurt. My fiance was definitely hurt a lot by his parents that have disowned him. And so he has a lot of anger in his heart because of them. And that's something he knows he needs to release. And forgiveness is for ourselves as well. The ones that have hurt us. When we hold on to the hurt and the pain, it's a stumbling block. Forgiveness, when we forgive someone, is actually for ourselves to move on. And what happens is sometimes when we hold on to anger, we become what we hate unintentionally. We don't even realize it. You know, we hate that someone may disrespect us, but then we become disrespectful. So in some ways, sometimes we become hypocritical without realizing it. Sometimes the child that's been sheltered and had an over-controlling childhood unintentionally does that to their children because we're not aware of it. We have cycles that repeat, right? And so, you know, we need to have the breaking of cycles, a metamorphosis, a change within us, embarking on something new, realizing, being aware of those negative cycles that will be repeating that we need to break, right? Be like the child again. Read this one to you. So the child says here, this is a new beginning. So yeah, you're gonna embark on a new beginning, and it starts with breaking those old cycles that have been repeating, the negative cycles. That's something you need to be aware of as well. The child here, it says, the child stands confident, taking innocent joy and delight in connection with the world in which she dwells. She is untouched by fear and full of hope and trust, despite any hardship, struggle, and harm she has faced. She continues to see only beauty through the eyes bright with wonder. She sees the good in all. She's both magical and she's both magic and magical. Okay, so here's a child here. An innocent soul who believes in happily ever after. So you're being asked to be like the child, to embark joy, the ability to dream, right? Dream and imagine and believe that anything is possible if you're willing to try. Forgive and forget all past failures and disappointments. Turn mistakes into positive lessons instead of reasons to give up. Be hopeful. The child in the present represents positivity and potential, a new beginning, one that will bring happiness and joy to your life, especially if you're willing to embrace an open-minded heart and put ideas into action. Okay? So that's what this is too. There's so much messages here about embarking on a new journey, right? Embarking a new love entering into your life as well. That's what the Ace of Water is about. And most often it means a new love coming into your life, but it doesn't necessarily always have to mean that. It can also just represent, a new passion coming into your life, your heart opening again, getting out of this cold energy and being, the start of love, right? It says here, the Ace of Water symbolizes the beginning of a new love and those feelings of a nervous excitement we experience at the start of a new relationship. It is the growing sense of attraction and infatuation that draws you in and dares you to throw common sense aside. Falling in love is both paradoxical, thrilling, and terrifying as a flood of emotions picks you up and carries you away. The river could carry you gently or lead you to rapids, worse, or fling you over a waterfall. Regardless of where this new beginning may lead, now is the time to open your heart to another, or new experience or opportunity, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean a person. Remember, the Ace of Water does not necessarily symbolize a romantic relationship. You are being asked to allow your desire, passion, or attraction to carry you along in its flow and trust that it will take you to where you need to be. Okay? So open up those floodgates and just let go of this, whatever caused this, and open up those floodgates. We have eternal love here. So this says, when the body leaves us and the souls are above, our possessions no longer, nothing remains but intertwining love. So that's a little poem here. It says, love is love and it transcends physical death. So you have these skeletons holding hands here. It's quite sweet. It says, all of us are the product of millennia of love. Our parents, our ancestors by blood and ritual all have some way created the DNA that weaves throughout our bodies. Love, in fact, powers life and death. When the most of us first encountered death in our lives, we experienced grieving too. In some ways, the feeling could be described as the absence of love and the absence of that person or being. But the kind of love that is often shared between family members, friends, and lovers, separate only by physical death. Is this kind of poet wax lyrical about this truly eternal and transcends death? Should you choose this card, you are being reminded that love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is more powerful than death itself. Love lingers, it leaves its own legacy, and we should be aware of this every day we live. For those that are ready for desiring of a partner also indicates that significant love is close at hand and to be ready to open up to the new experience. So again, there's got to be some love coming in with you, pile 3, because you have a lot of cards about new beginning of love, okay? And even if you've lost a loved one, know that the love is still within the universe, right? Because when we pass on, energy's never gone or wasted. It just transcends into something else. So love is eternal as well. So we have eternal love. I do really feel that once you can let go of this and just prepare your heart, because there is a soulmate coming in. And even if you are in a relationship, because this is a journal reading, you could be in a relationship. It could be that there's a spark that's going to be ignited as well within that relationship. But there's definitely a love coming in for you guys. That is so clear. Okay, we have coming to life. So I'll read this for you. It says here, when you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you shed skins and identities and created new ones. I'll show you this card up here. It says, or at the very least mature your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. Things take time, and spirit's timeable and rarely is in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must not coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. So that's quite sweet. But I believe what it's saying here is that whatever dreams you have, they're going to form into reality. But what you got to do is come from that energy of the child, as I was saying, come from that innocence and love and joy. Because what you put out to the universe is going to come back to you. If you put out love, love's going to come back to you. There definitely is a new beginning and new love coming into you. And again, you know, we have the metamorphosis here as well, which I was talking about earlier. You know, you are in the process of a deep, beautiful change. That's what the butterfly symbolizes, right? And it says here, you know, butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it's never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easily, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin or a caterpillar dies so the butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth. That was a message I heard earlier about with this reading. A dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you will love what you become. Okay? So changing your mindset, letting go of this cold-hearted mentality, and coming from a place of love so you can get the love and desires that you need. And a lot of it stems from self-love, because we have here, there's a strong message about that, because we have here, right, we have acceptance. There's nothing in your life to fix, only there's its own parts of you and yearn for love and acceptance. You're beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You're eternally a radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically, lovingly transform. Right? And so this is a card about self-love, about accepting you, even your mistakes, right? Don't be so hard on yourself, you know, and when you love yourself, it's so much easier for others to love you as well, and easier for you to love others. It's all intertwined. It all is. Love is all intertwined. You know, you love yourself, then you find it easier to see beauty in others, you know, and you just come from that beautiful, loving energy. We have guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love, so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. Okay? So that's another message here, you know, to just be aware, you know, to know that you're... sorry about that. So as I was saying, yeah, so the guilt, you know, let go of, you know, any guilt that you may feel, any failures you may have done, you know, being hard on yourself. Really come from that place of self-love, right? Because everything that you've gone through, any heartache you've gone through, any losses you may have suffered, it's to help you gain wisdom, okay? So that's what that card is saying. And really just love yourself. We have light beings here as well. So what this says here is, you know, enlightened soul information. It says, you know, this image depicts light being. The term light being is used to describe a range of ethereal forms of including guides and angels that observe your life from a higher perspective so they can see the most auspicious path for you to create your dreams and desires. Sometimes your light beings may take you down a path fragile with difficulty. However, everything happens for a reason. Just as we know a baby will eventually walk, you will also find your footing and attain your dreams. Your light beings are not here to save you, for that would interfere with your ability to create your new path and conclusions. They are the keepers of the faith and hold esteem your past, present, and future dreams and desires to your heart. Only you can decide what to do with that information. You can't get it wrong, for your light beings will show you another way. So basically what this is saying is that you have guidance around you, right, as well. But the power, again, resides in you. You have the power to create the life of your dreams, right? Now we have here freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So like I said, this is a general reading. So if you're single, there's a soulmate coming to you, right? And another thing is we have many soulmates as well. That's something I want to reiterate as well. A soulmate is someone that you connect with on a soul level. It isn't always someone romantic. It can be someone romantic. However, if you are in a relationship as well, it could also mean the strengthening of that relationship. And finally, we have the two mantras that we'll go through here. So we have the reassurance, and I'll have this in a link below for the reading, and crown chakra. So this crown chakra will help you align with the universe as well, and feel the oneness. We all are connected, and that will help you with all of this as well, you know, starting the new journey that you have, coming to life again, and remembering who you are as well, because you definitely have, there's a message here that you've forgotten yourself, right? So that's going to help with that. And then we have here mantra reassurance. Okay, so when you do this mantra, you have your hand like this, so you have your left hand and then your right hand, so you'll be doing like this. So this will be how you would be in meditation, and you would focus on self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Okay, because you need to get that well-being back and that reassurance back, you know, so you don't feel so left out in the cold. And this is going to help really heal you as well, and so you can get that transformation and embark on that new journey in your life as well. Like I said, changing the way your mind frame is, you know, really embarking on the love and becoming that child as well, embarking that joy of the child, and opening your heart to love as well. Okay, so this is your reading. I hope it sheds some light to your situation and your shadow aspects of what you need to work on. I wish you all the best. I will have the meditations in the links below in this reading for you, and I wish you everything, all the love and light. Take care. All right, pile 4. If you chose the citrine stone here, this is the reading for you. So these are the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on, so we can get to our highest good, so we can reach our highest potential. So from the Dark Night of the Soul, I got the 7 of Decay. I have the Siren of Decay and the Dictator of Decay. So this is would represent the traditional tarot pentacle energy, and you got a lot of pentacle energy here. We have Masquerade, so that's from the Dark Mirror. You have Graveyard and Night Song. We have from the Dreams of Gaia tarot, we have 5 of Fire, the Crone in reverse, and Choice. We have Movement in reverse from the Maps Oracle color. This is a mantra that I'll go over at the end of the reading for you. And then messages from your angels, we have Conflict and Believe. And I'll read those 2 at the end. And actually do a little bit there. That's more centered for you guys. Okay, so I'll just go into detail what all this means here. So by looking at these cards, so as I was saying, there's a lot of pentacle energy here, and so these are the shadow aspects of ourselves. And so with you in particular, pile 4, what is holding you back right now from reaching your highest potential is you're too focused on the material gain, whether it be money or power or finances. You're just too much focus on that, because you have all this here, right? So this is the shadow aspects. We have 7. This would be the 7 of Pentacles here. This would be the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, but these are the shadow aspects of that energy. And it has to do with just being too focused on the material things, finances, and you know, I know with this time that everyone's going through right now with the lockdowns and everything, a lot of people have lost their jobs, a lot of people's businesses have closed down, and so a lot of us have that stress of finances, right? And you are trying your best to get your financial stability in order, but it's been a very slow pace. We have snail's pace here, right? And all your efforts seem to just not not be as fruitful as you had hoped for, right? We even have movement here in reverse, and there's conflict here. And the 5 of fire also represents being consumed and worrying too much about finances, right? And wealth, and whatever material things it may be. It could even be material things as well, maybe not actually like money, but things. There's just too much focus on that. And so I'll get into these oracle cards, what they mean here. So the first one we have here is we have masquerade, right? So I'll show you the card up close, and then I'll read what it says here. Okay. So it says here, masquerade. What I can't have forever, I will have for a minute. What I can't have for a minute, I will hold on for 1 second. So it says, under the guise of Cupid, I will come to you. Under the guise of a thief, I will fly away. There is often guilt in taking the mask of Don Juan or Don Juana. The seducer is not a master of love, neither of manipulation. He is the master of the ephemeral. Can you even say that? Ephemeral? Of what is fleeting and the brief in transit to the extreme. He's a master of the moment, and just as he forgot all other kind of eternity. There is guilt if you care because you're not building. There is guilt out of loss because you're not treasuring. There is guilt out of indifference because when you don't care, you cheat yourself of meaning and value. Sometimes there is guilt and selflessness in the desire itself and everything leading to pleasure, as if the only pleasure that can be sacred are only those labeled as such. The masquerade is a dance. It is a road that goes in circles and ebbs and flows, and always ends with the first light. Before the time comes, hold it tightly. When the time comes, let it go. Okay, so what I'm gathering from this oracle card here, and interpret it how it coincides with the rest of the reading as well, is something that was going to help you is, I feel really just remembering what's important, okay? Because right now, as I was saying, you focus a bit too much on the material aspects and finances and things like that, but really you're being asked, especially with this mantra here, to open up the feminine side of you. And whether you're a male or female, it doesn't matter, because all of us have that balance of male and feminine energy, of masculine and feminine energy. We need that balance, right? And when you come from this energy, there's too much of that masculine energy that's overpowering. And so you need to get that balance. And when you get that balance, then you'll find that this is going to be a lot easier to let go. Because when the Queen of Pentacles, when she's in her power, and even the King of Pentacles, yes, they are the king and queen of abundance, but the Queen of Pentacles, she also is one that, cares for her family and is also nurturing as well. And so is the King of Pentacles. He's also one that's very stable in his finances, but he also has that compassion as well. He has the right balance. He's a good leader, but doesn't let it consume him, right? And so that's what you're going to need to do. That's what I'm seeing here with the masquerade. What it was talking about is, we just play these games in a way, and we put on these masks in a way, and we don't even realize it. We value each other in this society. Lots of times we'll value each other for what we have, not so much for who we are, right? So we'll praise a person. It's like, wow, look at that nice car you have, and wow, the superficiality, right? And even if it's not money or finances, it could be even something like superficiality as well, because this is a general reading, right? So it could be, wow, that person is so good looking, and that person is so fit, which is fine. It's fine to be healthy and fit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to go from within and love people for their value within, right? Because that's actually what's important. And lots of times in society we forget that. We tend to be superficial. That's why plastic surgery is so popular, right? And all the models, I'm sorry, but they're all photoshopped, and then we look and compare ourselves to these people that we really realistically can never look like. No one can be that perfect. And we need to love and appreciate ourselves as we are in our natural state, and so letting go of that as well, and not having this facade with each other, and even like Instagram, like you can look like you have it all put together, but sometimes lots of people don't, and you think about the movie stars and the singers. They have money, all the money in the world, right? They have fame. They can have any woman they want. They can have any man they want. But a lot of them are depressed. A lot of them take drugs. A lot of them drink. A lot of them commit suicide. Why is that? Because money doesn't bring happiness. Happiness comes from within, right? And so what's going to help with that is, like I said, balancing yourself, with that feminine energy. That's going to help you with that. But also, stop playing that facade of superficiality, or that facade of, needing more finances and than you actually need, because you'll be surprised how much you can survive off of when you need to, and how simple you can live, go down back to the basics, right? I'll be honest too, I lost my job due to the COVID as well, and so I don't have as much money. I'm trying, I get by with little side jobs and everything, but I don't have as much money as I used to. Like, it's significant difference, and I don't have, the means to buy all the other things I used to, but, I still have a roof over my head, and, I just cook more at home. I make do, and then, I realize, okay, I'm actually healthier because I'm cooking my own food now. I'm not eating out as much, and really, I don't need that many shoes, and I don't really need, this extra stuff that I really didn't need. And so it's really humbled me, and it's been good for me as well, and made me realize, what's important, spending time with my fiance and my cat and my family and my friends, and, going outside more, and, just enjoying the sun and enjoying nature, just really, getting the color back in your life as well. Because when we focus too much on material things, like I said, sometimes we just forget what's really important. And so what this reading is saying is just trying to remind you what's really important, And yes, it is important. Finances are important because we do need to be taken care of. But trust that you will be taken care of, and don't worry too much as well. Because a lot of your fears are unnecessary. That's what the graveyard is saying here. It's saying not to fear. Okay, so what it says here, I'll show you, because this is from the Halloween Oracle. So it says here, it even says unnecessary fear here, but it says, the stones they mark the eternal resting place, yet spirits they are walking, and they are ready for the chase. Okay, so it says, today's modern graveyards are restful places, normally high manicured and very well set out. While they may be places of profound sadness, few are the creepy gothic places of old, yet they still hold an undercurrent of fear and seem frightening places. Due to countless stories of haunted graveyards, the thought of walking through cemeteries invokes fear in many of us. We imagine zombies and ghosts rising from the grave, and bad spirits hiding out, waiting to harm an unexpected living person who walks by. The idea of being at a graveyard after dark, or worse at midnight, is the stuff of dares and nightmares. Bear, this isn't the way with every culture. On the Mexican Day of the Dead, whose families picnic on the graves of their loved ones who have passed, children play among the graves, people play music, drink wine, and share food, all in the company of the dead. Graveyard dust is used as an ingredient in protective spells, not in curses. Pull this card and know your fear know that you fear unnecessarily. Things are not as they seem, and you can overcome your obstacles. The anxieties you have, although real, should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Instead, trust you know that the correct next steps and that you will act upon them. Okay, so what this is saying here is that yes, that your fears are unnecessary. And so this is another thing too, when you're worried and too worried about your finances and too focused on the finances as well. The universe works with the law of attraction, so what you put out, you will get back. So if you keep thinking, I'm in debt, I have not enough money, that's all you're going to keep getting, right? But if you come from a place of gratitude and you're grateful and you're just, wow, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I have a roof over my head, I am so blessed, I have this job that I have, or even this part-time job, the universe will bring more. And I can speak from experience, because even though I did lose my job, I had a friend from tennis that decided to open up a business. It's like, hey, can you help me out? I'll pay you. And I'm like, wow, and then, my fiance as well, the landlord's like, hey, why don't you help me in this cleaning job? And it's like, we're not even looking for work. It's just coming to us. And so, but that's how it works, because we were so grateful that we found this place, as quickly as we could, and it was inexpensive, and we're like, wow, it's so grateful. And then we wind up getting like inexpensive furniture. It's like, wow, this is so awesome. And then we wind up getting like these side jobs. I'm like, wow, like blessing after blessing, and that's how it works. You got to come from that energy of just being grateful for what you do have, and I promise you that's how it works. You'll get more. That's just how it works. What you give out, what energy you project out will come back to you. It always does. So don't worry too much about the finances. Trust that you will be taken care of, and you will be, and sometimes it's hard to do. It's hard to let go of those fears. But what this reading is saying is that your fear is unnecessary. You are well taken care of. So we have Night Song, Hidden Talents. So this is interesting here. So I'll read this here. So there's a message here about hidden talent, and also going back and looking at your choices as well. But I'll get into detail about that. So Night Song, hidden talents. So a ruby red bird singing in the darkness, full of sound, like an unopened present ribbon still bound. A bird singing at night is an unusual occurrence, and those birds who are known as singers of the darkness are almost always considered sacred or frightening. From the operatic nightingale through the hooting owl, hearing a bird that you cannot see weaving its magic through the night sky has captivated humans for millennia. So this is from the Halloween Oracle. So it says, in the past, at Halloween time, a night the veil between the worlds was said to be at its thinnest. These night birds were considered either omens or messengers of the gods. Depending on the culture, their voices were perceived as good luck and a positive validation, or alternatively a warning about continuing on a certain pathway. Interesting, because you have choices here as well in your reading. In some mythology, the night bird was able to direct us toward discovering our talents and true purpose, a kind of guide in the darkness leading us to the dawn. Should your beautiful shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. There is no more time to waste, no more excuses. Okay, so what this card is saying here is that there are some gifts and hidden talents within you that you've been ignoring. Okay, and so this is a general reading as well. So what you are being asked to do is really just go within. And this will help as well, because this is the sacral chakra, this color here. So this is, and you also picked the stone that also represents the sacral chakra as well. But that also has to do with creativity, okay? And so when you're in that flow, because I believe the chakra is probably blocked with you too, which it might be blocking your abundance. Yeah, because when it's blocked, your creativity is blocked, and you just want that to flow, right? That needs to open back up. You need to have that fluidity within, and really search deep within. And I believe this meditation is going to help you just unlock those those gifts, those talents you may have. I might actually pull some cards actually. I haven't done this for the other piles, but I don't know, I'm just so called to do that. So just to kind of get an idea of what, just curious of what gifts you may have that we're talking about, you know. I mean, you'll know deep within, but if you don't know, because sometimes we don't even know because these are hidden talents, right? So help me find what piles for gifts and hidden talents are. Okay, wow, okay, Explorer. Let's see, what else do we have here? Athlete, this is interesting. Rebel, okay, so yeah, you know, being your own person. Let's see. Wow, shaman, teacher. It's interesting. I just want to get an idea what maybe these hidden talents may be. Magician. That's about manifesting, I feel. Like, you know, being aware that you have the ability to manifest your reality. Dreamer. And you know, if there's any creative people here as well. Just trying to see what else here. Just give me one more. Just trying to think what else. Artist. Yeah, I was thinking about that because creativity. It's funny how those are orange as well. Let's see. A matchmaker and angel. Okay, I'm just gonna get two more. Just two more. Because this is a general reading, right? Wow. Goddess and gambler. Sorry about that. Pile 4. So yeah, I want to get a gauge of, you know, what are these hidden talents that you possibly could have. So the what I got here is, so I got explorer, I have dreamer, rebel, matchmaker, shaman. That's quite interesting. We have teacher, gambler, goddess, like my channel, angel, artist, athlete, and magician. So yeah, so when I'm looking at these, what I can see here, okay, so the goddess, right, and even the magician. So when I see the magician, I think of, you know, being able to manifest your own reality, being able to manifest your desires. And goddess and God, the reason why I call my channel the goddess is because in a sense we are gods and goddesses, in the sense where we have the power to shape our own reality. Our thoughts shape our reality, and you know, that's standing in our power, really realizing that. And you know, we have angels, so I feel, you know, perhaps like earth angel, we have shaman. So really, you know, some of you watching, a hidden talent you possibly have, you possibly could be an earth angel as well, a light worker. I believe a lot of my viewers are light workers anyway. I always feel that. Shaman, that's pretty amazing, you know, so that's something you can think about. We have, you know, teacher as well. Maybe you have something within you that you want to teach. You know, a gambler, not so much, you know, gambling money, but, you know, maybe taking risks, you know, not being afraid to take some risks, and actually really believing in yourself as well. That's what I'm getting from the gambler there. Artist, a lot of you might be artists, you know, singers, songwriters, writers, you know, as well, filmmakers, I mean, whatever, drawing, whatever, you know, musician, whatever type of artistic quality you may have, you know, really explore those hidden talents that you have, you know. And you may be dreaming, but you can turn those dreams into reality. And another thing too about finances and everything is that if there's a passion within you, because this is also going to help open up the passions within you. If there's a passion within you, it's for a purpose. It serves a purpose. I always feel that when someone has a passion, it's because they're meant to do that, right? Or else you wouldn't have that desire. And so a lot of us tend to be doing jobs that we really don't want to do, you know? I mean, there may be someone that that loves playing the guitar and loves music, but, you know, they're selling paper, you know? And so they're not really doing their passion. But when you actually do something that you are passionate about, it's actually helping heal the world, because it brings you joy, and that your vibration is lifted, and then you will reflect that among everyone else. You will project that high vibration to everyone else, and then that will also help raise their vibration and help raise the vibration of the earth as well. And that's actually the goal of Lightworkers, is to raise the vibration of the earth. So it's very important to actually do what you love to do. Whenever I have my clients come to me about career readings, and they ask me, oh, you know, what should I do my career? I want to do yoga, or I feel, you know, inclined to be an entrepreneur. I'm like, yes, do it. Yes, do it. I always encourage them to follow their dreams, to follow their passions, because it's in your heart for a reason. You're meant to do that. Okay? So if there's any passion you may have, go for it. Okay? And so, you know, and even if, you know, if you're a bit of a rebel, right? Here's matchmaker. You know, some of you might be love counselors, or, you know, marriage counselors there too as well. But yeah, you know, also, you know, if something don't be afraid to go against the grain as well, right? Be a rebel if that's what you're called to do, right? So I'll get more into the reading here. So we're almost done, but we have choice here. So this is interesting. This is talking about the choices that you have, and how the choices shape your life, really. Okay, so here it says, and I'll show you the card. Oh, the crone. I'll go to the crone as well, and then movement. So the crone. Okay. So yeah, choices create reality. All that you are and all you have learned and experienced is born of choice. The choices you have made, the choices others have made on your behalf, or choices they have made for themselves that have impacted on or influenced your life. You may believe you have no choice, but that in itself is a choice. You may also exercise your right to allow others to decide for you, but that too is a choice. You may believe that you have too many options and allow this confusion and cloud your ability to choose. This is yet another choice. You are free to choose or allow others to choose for you. When you choose blindly or with care, you can choose to act or procrastinate. You can make your choices wisely with knowledge and awareness, or make them in ignorance. Whether you choose to believe it or not, you are blessed with free will, the power to act and choose independently and determine your future. You are a product of your choices and the choices of others. All that surrounds you within your environment is a result of your choices, and the choices of others all come back to choice. So that mentioned choice a lot of times in that reading, in that booklet there. But yeah, choice. So yes, and that's the thing too, you know, you do have a lot of choices. You have these doors here as well. And remember, when one door closes, 10,000 will open for you as well. And so that's another thing to think about. But yes, even, you know, not like the booklet said, even when you're not doing something, even when you're procrastinating, you're choosing to procrastinate. You're choosing what not to do. And so really, you know, take your power back, you know, not power lost, but take the power within you, where what you can control. You can't control other people, you can't control circumstances, you can't control how you react to certain circumstances. That's what you can control. You can choose how you respond to an event that's outside of you, right? And so 90% of our reality in our life is how we react to the things that we cannot control. So 10% of our life is what we cannot control, and the 90% of it, which is the bulk of it, is how we respond to it. And so yeah, make sure your choices are done wisely. That's what that card's saying. So we have the crone here in reverse. And so this one's interesting as well. So the crone, she represents a woman, an older woman that's deemed useless in society. She is is too old to like bear children, and so yeah, society is just kind of like, you really don't have a purpose anymore. But she doesn't believe that. She still stands in her power, and she is one that will fight if she has to. So this came out in reverse, right? So what this means here is that it is like the Corona, right? It is time to fight back and be fierce, and not to be afraid and not to give up. But it's more about, instead of fighting outside people, it's about fighting yourself. Okay, it's about going internal and doing the shadow work, because this is what this reading is about, the shadow work, going within and doing the shadow work within yourself, and actually facing the conflict within yourself to be the best version of yourself. Okay, that's what that's saying. It's more about going internal, and and lots of times we fight within ourselves, right? Sometimes we know some things is bad for us, but we still do it, and there's a battle within us. And so there's a battle within you, right? This is internal. We have movement here also in verse, so I'll show you what it looks like up right here. So it says here, do you feel as if you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral that travels up and around, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. Another message is this: lessons need repeating for those who refuse or are unable to learn them the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. Okay, so this is saying let's take a step back, because with here, what you've been doing before hasn't been working, and so just really reflect, what can you do differently, backtrack, right? And that will help also with getting it going, getting your finances going as well, and just really, backtracking. That's what that card's saying here. We have color, which I love this, right? Because these cards are all kind of, like black and white here. So this is talking about, really coming to life again and really having the color of your life come back. Vibrational impulses, light waves. Your perception of life is becoming more colorful. So this is a promise to you, right? This is something that's going to come for you. You're opening to different colors and experiences. Colors break up old black and white thinking and open your heart to the beauty of life and love. The colors of the rainbow are variations of white light reflecting the diverse experiences of life, and they are valid. Each color of the spectrum has its own energetic vibration that stimulates certain responses and healing. Different colors mirror your current physical, emotional, and spiritual state. Your soul uses this mirror to communicate your need to heal or to embrace balance. Get to know what colors you are attracted to and the ones that repel you. You are loved no matter how colorful your or another's life is. Okay, so that's interesting too, because like I was saying before, how we sometimes get stuck in the superficiality in this material world and everything like that, and forget what's important, and it drains us, right? It drains the life out of us as well. When we're worried also about finances and just stress in general, it drains the life out of us. And so the life in you is going to come back. The creative spark is going to come back to you, right? Your passion is going to come back to you. And this mantra is really going to help you. We have messages from your angels. So we have conflict here. It says, feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You're torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants. And this is the primary cause of stress in your life. We, your angels, urge you to follow your heart. Do what you love, not what you think you should. That's what I was saying earlier. Follow your dreams, follow your passions, right? Follow your heart. That's what's going to lead you to success. We have believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Let go of preconceived ideas that there's nothing to fear. You're constantly surrounded by love. Start to believe in yourself, and you must trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound. Provide you are flexible and retain an open heart and mind. Believe all is possible. So yes, that's quite beautiful. Yes, all is possible. You are wonderful master creators, right? And follow your heart. Follow your heart. So finally we have this mantra here. So when you meditate, I'll have a link for the meditation, because it will be a sound meditation that you will meditate. And when you do this mantra, how you hold your hand, so you have your left hand like that, and then your right hand, so it goes like this, right? You can see like that. Okay, so when you do the mantra, so like that. And as you are doing this mantra, you will focus and say, I open to the divine feminine within me. Okay, because that's going to help bring the balance that you need, and it's going to help really, because I feel you're blocked. If you chose this reading, your creativity is blocked, your sacral chakra is blocked, and that's what's holding you back. And so that will open it up and help you with your success as well, and just give you the balance that you need, because you need more of that feminine energy for you. Okay, so this is your reading, pile 4. Thank you for tuning in. I wish you all the best of luck, love and light. Take care. Alright, pile 5, if you chose this clear quartz stone here, this is the reading for you. So this is the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on for our highest good. So I got the 10 of decay here, which represents the 10 of pentacles. I have the imp of decay and the villain of decay. So that would be the page and the knight. From the dark mirror, I have alone in the world. I have home in reverse. Soul name. From the dreams of Gaia, I have 7 of earth in reverse. I have journey in reverse, the 9 of fire, and the 7 of fire. I have joy, and a message from your angel. Here's a prayer that'll go with you at the end. And then we have a mantra here. So we have for the solar chakra here, commitment. I'll go through with that with you at the end of the reading. Okay, so looking at your cards here, we have the 10 of decay. This represents pentacle energy. This represents pentacle energy here. So what's going on with you? The 10 of Pentacles in the traditional tarot represents your dream life, your legacy. It represents security. It's one of the best cards to get in the tarot. It's a completion, right? And what's happening here is what your dream is, whatever that may be. Stable life, stable career, stable family, just stability in general. Your dream life. It's falling short. It's like, it feels like it's a distant fantasy that you just can't attain, right? You can see all this fog here. It just seems so distant. And your efforts have become fruitless, right? And just hasn't gone anywhere. Fruitless and impotent. I mean, it's almost the same thing for masculine and feminine right there, you know? And there's lack of focus, instability within you as well. Just it just seems like poor prospects. It's just not a good energy to be in. And your home's in reverse here. You don't feel at home for some reason. But there is some hope here. Okay, so we have the Seven of Earth. Okay, it came out in reverse, but this is about connecting to Mother Gaia and really feeling one with Mother Gaia, because this is from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. You're really meditating and clearing out all those chakras. And starting from the root up, right? Your life is a journey. It's in reverse here. And when it's in reverse, I'll show it to you what it looks like up right here. So the journey card reverse symbolizes fixation on what the past that prevents one from living fully in the present. It matters not if you're holding on to a happy moment or a painful one. By holding on to those moments, you may potentially be hampering your ability to experience life fully and completely in the present. Are you constantly reliving your past success to the detriment of doing well in the present because the days gone by were better, bigger, and brighter than the life you lead now? Or are you holding on to a painful past and suffering as you relive the hurts over and over again? What is it that you have learned from your journey? Has it made you a happier, healthier, wiser person, or has it made you wary, cautious, cynical, or full of anxiety? We learn from our past experiences. In each moment we can uncover our personal truths, but sometimes the knowledge we take from them has taught us to be more afraid or overly cautious. The knowledge gained from those experiences is then implemented in the present to sometimes detrimental degree. Have your past experiences made you afraid of living in the moment? Do you feel that by letting go of the past and by living in the now, you might somehow be caught out again, or disappointed in your experiences are not equal to those of your past? The Journey card reverse asks you to let go. By holding on, you actually risk having the worst case scenario manifest because you invest so much time, thought, and emotion into the possibility. You are no longer the person you were in the past, for good or ill. Your life and your circumstances have changed. The past is gone. Let it be over and instead fill this day with possibility. Make this day a good day by shifting your attention and interest to what surrounds you in the present. If the present is not as full as grand as you wish it to be, then make it so. Today is a day you can change for the better, and so is tomorrow. Okay? So, yeah. The seven of Earth here as well, really just, like I said, meditating, connecting to Mother Gaia, and ground, and this will help just clear out all those blockages of all that you have, right? And the thing is also being in the present. Meditation helps you be in the present as well, because our thoughts do create our reality. I've been saying this, I think, in almost every pile today, but it's so true. Our thoughts create our reality, and what we focus on manifests. So, and this is hard because I have a habit of dwelling, and my family has taught me that as well. My family tend to be dwellers too, but it serves us no good because the past is in the past, right? And even worrying about the future can be harmful too. Yes, hope in the future. If you want this dream home or this dream life, whatever it may be, yes, fantasize about it, focus on it so it can manifest. But don't be so focused and anxious about it. Whatever you want in your life, believe you have it before it's even come. That's how law of attraction works too as well. Whatever energy you put out comes back to you. But also, say for example you want to win the lottery, right? When you're manifesting something such as that, you embark the emotion that you would feel as if you already won it. And then you send out, a prayer to the universe, and then you trust it's gonna manifest. You don't even worry about it. You don't even sweat it, because you know you're gonna get it. And you just chill. Say a job that you wanna manifest as well. It's the same thing. You just believe, I'm gonna get that job. I'm gonna walk in that interview, and they're gonna hire me. You know it. You know it within you. Even before you step foot through those doors, you know you're gonna get the job. And you feel the emotions you would feel as if you already had it. That's how law of attraction works. It's how you manifest your desires. Living in the present and keeping those thoughts positive, and realizing, life is a journey. The bad and the good, it's all for experiences. Find the silver lining even through your heartache and your troubles. What can you learn from it? What has it taught you? So whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger, right? This is a good omen here too, the Nine of Fire, okay? Because that is telling you to be confident. And there's also a message about self-love in this reading as well, and focusing on what brings you joy. That also will help you get to your dream life, because it's all about those high vibrations, right? So here we have the Nine of Fire. So this says here, the Nine of Fire symbolizes attainment and the ease that comes with knowing what to do with the knowledge and practical skills earned through study and hard work and dedication. It symbolizes fruition and putting knowledge and learning into practice. It's about having found and putting use to mental and physical process that works for you. The process used is executed with ease, and as a result you create or fulfill your role with the same ease. This is an affirming card that symbolizes moving through life with confidence. The person it illustrates does what they do well and without seeking glory or validation. They do not seek praise or affirmation. They perform the task before them and do it well because they know and understand their craft. They do it to the best of their ability because they have pride in what they do. And when a task is complete, they do not weigh it down with expectation. They detach and move on to the next task because it too deserves all of their care and attention. This card also reminds us that ease is not necessarily about life being easy, but by discovering that we can make a choice not to make life complicated by keeping it simple. You move through your day with ease. Obstacles no longer cause hours of fear and fretting. Instead, you simply work to overcome them. You learn, you grow in experience, and then move on to the next moment. When you're confident and have attained a certain level of knowledge and skill, you begin to move through life with more ease. You learn how to perform tasks in a manner that's less complicated for you. You begin to recognize what works for you and what does not. You attain a certain level of grounded and practical awareness that enables you to bring projects to fruition at the same amount of care but less effort. So that's the goal, right? We want to get as much as we can with less effort, for things to just come to us with ease. And that's the mind frame as well. Like I was saying earlier, whatever is that you're doing, if you're in a job, and you're working on something, just believe that it's just, say you're trying to sell something, for example, you're selling, this is just an example, selling perfume bottles or something, right? And you believe in your mind, you believe in your heart, this is going to be so easy to sell. And you come from that vibration. And it's interesting because it's like because you believe that within yourself, it's going to be so easy to sell, like thoughts and, to your mind of how to just sell it, how to market it correctly, just comes to mind because you're in that mind frame, right? And so, perfect your craft, keep working on it as well so you can be the best and really put your heart into it. We have joy here, right? Rejoicing in the present. That's what this reading is saying, is for you to be in the present, rejoice in the present. And because, don't get so caught up in what used to be and what could have been, or fearful of what the future may hold as well. Like, live in the present, enjoy the present. Make the present the best it can be. Focus on what you're doing at hand now, so then it can create something beautiful for you in the future. Because what is ahead of you is what you do now. It's very important what you do now in the present, because that's what creates your reality in the future. That's why you gotta focus on the present. That's why it's so important. Meditation, as I say, will help you with that, but also having the confidence within yourself that you can do that as well. So we have alone in the world here. I'll read this as well for you. So we have, in solitude I stand, in solitude I may shine. Okay, so this woman here, she's naked actually. So she's bearing it all. And even though she's alone in the world, she's standing in her power and being strong. Okay? That's why she says, in solitude I shine. You know, so it's, don't also rely on external forces as well. Rely on yourself to get you where you need to be. Rely on yourself to get you here, because you can do it. Right? We have home in reverse. So this is saying for some reason you're not feeling at home. But what it says here when it's in reverse, do you feel as if you're, actually sorry, 27, that's home, right? It says here, if you don't feel at home, I'll show you what it looks like upright. Came out in reverse. If you don't feel at home, it's time to do a thorough and fearless inventory. What are you hiding from? Are you afraid of being yourself? Do you feel like you don't belong where you are? What if you chose another path? Does your understanding of home perhaps dictate that such a place must be unsafe, unstable, or unfulfilling? It's time to love yourself and create a new sense of safety and security within. You might have chosen a situation that is familiar and led you back to the original source of your pain. No matter, because this is an important and powerful invitation to a new you. Say no to the pain of the past. Say no to the voice of your inner critic. No to those who want to dim your light to make themselves brighter. Choose a new home. Take refuge in knowing that beauty and true sense of belonging lies ahead. Right? So your home needs to be your sanctuary. Okay? So if for some reason you don't feel safe at your home, what this card is saying here is to make it safe, right? Detach yourself from people that dim your light, because there are those people that do that. Sometimes they're even family, right? Sometimes our family can be toxic, and so we have to distance ourselves from them, because out of love, out of self-love. Still love them from a distance, but you want to surround yourself with people that are going to boost you, not dim you. And again, it's reminding you to not focus on the pain of the past, right? And prepare to create a new you that loves yourself, that's secure in yourself, because all this starts from within. This is all, you know, this is an exterior want. This stability, this dream life, right? But it starts from within. It starts with loving yourself, believing in yourself, and trusting yourself. It starts from within, and then you can get that exterior. Because what's gonna overflow from within you, right? It's gonna overflow, and then you're gonna see it on the outside. We have the 7 of Fire, which talks about listening to your intuition. So whatever your dreams are, whatever your passions are, follow those too. Follow your heart. Listen to your intuition. Develop it even. It says the 7 of Fire represents the development and uses of intuition to see the way forward and predict possible outcomes. Intuition is that gut feeling, right? That unconscious knowing. And trust yourself, because it says here even, third parties can offer insight, but they see and understand life through their own eyes, not yours. Okay, so you know what's best for you. Trust that. Your soul name. This is, no one's ever gotten this, so this is quite cool that you got this one here. But it says here, unlock the mysteries of your soul. Right? Look at this gateway here. The heart, the soul here. It says you are about to receive the name of your soul. Your soul name acts as a link between your inner and outer worlds, enabling you to merge authentic wisdom into your everyday experiences and create a life from your heart. You place your soul name in your heart before you were born. As you explore your inner world and open your heart, you will discover the name of your beautiful essence. You're ready to awaken your heart and know its absolute fullness. You are safe to discover, connect, and receive. All your dreams and desires will be realized with an open heart. Ask for and be open to receiving the name of your soul. It may arrive in a way you don't expect, but when it comes, you will know it and know it is authentic by the way it feels. Liberate your heart and soul. You are worth it. So it says here, open yourself to receiving the sounds of your soul. The sounds that your soul is sending you, right? And trust. Trust what comes to you. That's amazing. So actually I'm unlocking the mysteries of your soul. Who the essence of you really is. That's why you need to listen to your intuition and be in the present and meditate, and not just focus on the solar, but all the chakras. But the solar in particular, this one here is saying, I align awareness, focus, and commitment to yourself, commitment to your dream life. Stay focused on it. Don't focus on what's not being fruitful, what's being impotent. Don't focus on that. Believe that you can have this. Your angels have a prayer for you. It says here, dear guardian angel, help me be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transition nature of life. Help to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul and eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. So you are eternally loved and guided. Connecting with Mother Gaia, connecting with the universal consciousness that connects us to all things. Being in that present, being joyful, doing the things you enjoy as well. That brings life to you. Home, I always joke, home is where my cat is. So I can move to another country, move to another house, I actually moved to another continent because I'm from the United States, Middle East, and Australia. But my home is where my cat is. She's my home. But even if you don't have a pet, your home is where you feel safe and secure. It doesn't need to be physical. You should feel safe and secure within yourself, right? You don't need a fancy house to feel secure. You should be secure within yourself first. Then the fancy house will manifest. So here's a mantra for you. I'll put meditation for you, pile 5, in the links below as well. This, you have your right hand and then your left hand, right? Like this. When you're in meditation, this is for commitment to yourself and your dreams. And you say, I align my awareness, focus, and commitment. Okay, so this is going to help you stay focused on what is important. Stay focused on the present stay focused at whatever task at hand so you can perfect it, have the confidence to do it well, to know you're going to do it well. Yeah, so this is your reading. I hope that it has shed some light to your situation. I wish you all the best. Love and light. Take care. Alright, my pile 6. If you chose this red stone here, this is the reading for you. These are the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on to reach our highest potential. From the Dark Night of the Soul, I got the Ace of Rage. I have Envious Gluttony from the Dark Mirror. These are decks to help with our shadow work. I have Sad Embrace in reverse from the Maps Oracle. Stuck in the Mud. And we have From the Dreams of Gaia to Air. I have Destiny in reverse. Earth. Authentic Truth. Judgment, that's a message from your angels, and 2 mantras, both from the root chakra. Be fearless and calming, and I'll go over those at the end for you as well. Okay, pile 6. What are the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on? All my viewers that chose this pile. My friends, you are angry. Very angry. Even envious. Your anger is what's holding you back. It's actually keeping you stuck. You have been through some dark times. The Sad Embrace in reverse here. Your life destiny hasn't been going as you feel. There's a message here for you. Life has a polarity, right? There's a light and darkness. If we didn't go through the dark times, we wouldn't be able to see the light, right? You need that polarity. It's what strengthens you. I'll go into more detail with this, so I'll start out with the polarity, actually. Yeah, I'll start out with that. So, take a look at this card here. This is from the Dreams of Gaia. There's 2 sides to this man, right? See what it looks like when we cut it off, right? So here's one aspect of him. Here's another aspect of him, right? The light and darkness. Everything has an opposite. The 2 air represents both duality and polarity, and the theory that everything in creation has an opposite. Duality is the theory that 2 opposing forces come together to create a state of chaos. In this theory, positive and negative poles repel each other, and so there is a constant ongoing battle between the 2 where one seeks to overcome or be rid of the other. Consider a magnet, for example. It's made up of a positive pole and a negative pole. Without either one or the other, the magnet ceases to be a magnet. You cannot remove a negative half from a positive half because there is no half of one and half of the other. There's only the whole. If you were to divide a magnet into 2, all you would succeed in doing is one of the 2 things. You would either create 2 separate magnets or destroy the magnet. So polarity needs to exist. Polarity exists in nature. With the duality principle, one force is always better than the other, right and wrong, love and hate, light and dark, positive and negative, creation and destruction. All illustrate extreme opposites where one is perceived to be good and the other is bad, and the primary goal is for good to triumph over the bad. 2 of Air offers a choice between 2 paths as well. You choose a path of dichotomy or integration. One offers conflict, the other offers peace. So which path do you choose? Well, we know you're angry. Very angry. We have the Ace of Rage here. Very angry. That's why we need to calm you. That's why you're being asked to be calmed. And then we have Destiny, right? Things haven't been going the way you want. But everything serves a purpose. So when the Destiny card appears in reverse, it's one of my favorite. This is actually on the cover of the box for the Dreams of Gaia. It says here, when the Destiny card appears reversed, it cautions you against following a path of instant gratification and ease. Do not be fooled into believing that once you have determined your destiny, making it manifest will be free of difficulties and problems. When is a quest easy? When does a hero or heroine of any story move from where they are to where they want to be without effort or sacrifice? Some of the obstacles you will face will be self-made and born of your insecurities and doubts, while others will be placed in your path by those who might not understand or believe in your destiny. Sometimes the people who try to steer away from your search are the people who love you, people you do not want to hurt or disappoint. It takes great love and conviction to say no to those who might have other plans for your future. Very true. Like parents. Lots of times. But to have your destiny manifest, you must find yourself in a position where it's necessary to do just that. If you do not, you may find yourself being thwarted again and again. When the destiny card is reversed in your reading, it's helpful to remember that meeting your destiny does not necessarily simply happen, nor is it likely to happen overnight. Therefore, prepare yourself for the process by releasing expectations of instant gratification. Instead, prepare to pay your dues, fight your demons and monsters, and overcome obstacles that may well feel insurmountable. To do so, let go of the fears and doubts that might have you procrastinating and wanting to turn back or turn away. Finally, to make your destiny manifest, you must also need to learn more at this time. You have gifts and talents, but turn them into something practical and tangible will take time, devotion, and dedication. Okay, so life sometimes is really hard and tough, and that's the purpose of it, right? The purpose is to learn. And things came easy to you, we wouldn't really learn much. Wisdom is earned. So you gotta go through stuff to gain that wisdom, to earn it. And you know, things are so much more gratifying when you had to work for it, right? That's how it is. So you're being asked to step out of this anger, right? Not be the victim. We have sad embrace here. So this is saying here, are you suffering over your suffering? I'll show you what it looks like, but right. This little fairy is so sad. Do you feel that life is treating you unfairly and that you've been robbed or deprived of what you're entitled to? Do you long for a love that eludes you or the success that has been bestowed upon other? Righteous anger and a sense of entitlement lead to a trapped ego. Your suffering and loss will pass if you let them. If you hold on to your perception of unfairness, then you will find yourself in a tight grip, unable to breathe freely. The only solution is to drop your victim stance and embrace the sadness so that it may dissipate naturally in time. Trials and tribulations build character, which is its own gift. Find something to be grateful for and take responsibility for your part in all matters. However painful it may be to sit with your sadness, remember that you are loved and you will not be left adrift forever. Have faith, for this too shall pass. You are not a victim, only a traveler on a hero's journey. It's okay to be disappointed for now, but know that someday you will look back and see what great value this experience. So true. It's hard to see it when you're hurting. It's hard to see it when you're angry, when you've been treated unfairly. A lot of us have been treated unfairly lately, right? A lot of us have. So unfair. A lot of us are locked down. A lot of us lost our jobs. A lot of us can't do the things that we want to do. It's unfair. We're angry. We're sad. Disappointed. We're being called to be resilient through this time. You are being called to be resilient, to let go of that anger, let go of that victim mentality, because you have the power within you if you just believe it. You know, they can lock you up, but they can't lock up your spirit. That's all on you and how you view the world. Are you gonna embody sadness and anger? Are you gonna find joy in life? Are you gonna calm? Be your authentic truth, your authentic self, because your authentic self, your authentic truth, is you're here not to feel, you didn't incarnate here on earth to feel sad and be a victim. You're here to be free and to love, be happy. Joy is your birthright. It is. But you're feeling stuck, right? Feeling stuck in the mud. Says you're being invited to stop and savor the wonder of life. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you, right? See this elephant stuck in the mud here? Little bird is hitching a ride since it's stuck, or just, chilling on his back. This is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place attention elsewhere. Struggling will only get you even muddier places. Into muddier places. Now is not time to move forward. So when this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want. When and how you want it, perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you. Now, even so, you have a choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are and then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off, and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you, when it's time to embark upon it. So stop dwelling on the past, and perhaps you didn't make the right choices, but sometimes things happen that is out of our hands, but the power is within how we react to it. I think I've been saying this in almost every reading, but 90% of our life is how we respond to the things outside of us, which is only 10% of our lives. And, you're stuck, but to stop doing the same thing, because you're just going to get muddier and more stuck, Shift your focus away from what you've been doing, being sad, angry, seeing yourself as a victim. And dust yourself off and try again, right? Because a new journey does await you. And you're also being asked, to focus on, it says happiness in our hearts and homes. Focus on your relationships. That's what this is saying, the heart, the hearth. That's what that card means. It means to focus on what's important, your family, your home, your relationships. The hearth of every home, the fire unites, winter's warmth, center story, love and delights. Little poem there. But should the hearth card appear in your reading, it says you are being asked to look at your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burn brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there's a conflict within your home and family, it's time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given. Right? So if you're worried about someone that is far from you, a family member, they are protected. So that's something to not worry about. This is a general reading, so that message is for someone. And then we have authentic truth. And so here it says discover your truth and let others find theirs. Right? The truth will set you free, so as long as you recognize there is more than one truth and that the answers you seek exist beyond the beliefs you hold now. There are many truths in this world. You don't have to believe them all. Just focus on what resonates with you. If you must convince yourself of your beliefs, they are not your truth. Your truth will always fulfill and satisfy. It is unconditional, meaning conditions don't have to change for you to live and feel your truth. There is no right or wrong, but there is cause and effect or action and reaction. Master yourself, not someone else's processes. When you change your beliefs, your life changes to match it. To do this, you must be aware of how you feel and practice focusing on what makes your heart sing, not shrink. When you align with your truth, you will flow, feel free, excited, and believe an authentic life is possible. If it is not your truth, you will resist, find it hard to commit, and feel indecisive. So, I mean, why are you so angry? If this is general reading, you guys all probably will be upset for different reasons. But are you being authentic to yourself? I always tell people when they have a drive and a passion for something to pursue it, even if the people around you don't agree, because you have that passion and desire for a purpose and you're meant to do it. If it's within you. If you want, I love animals, right? I want my first dream job I wanted to do was be a wildlife biologist. My mom says, you're crazy, you're gonna get eaten by a lion. I'm here in Australia anyway. Which everyone said I was crazy, but I follow my heart. I gotta be authentic to my truth. I have to be authentic to myself. Even when people say I'm crazy. Let them tell you you're crazy. If they love you, they'll get over that. There was little disruption there. 6 letter disruptions with this reading today. Okay, so yeah, are you being your authentic self, right? Are you because the thing is, like I tell everyone, when you have a passion within you, you're meant to do that. And then we have judgment, right? Because you're also being asked to be fearless, not just calm yourself because you're a bit angry here. But judgment, this is a message from your angels. Let go of your fear of being judged. You're good enough. It's time to unlock all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for too long. There's no right or wrong, just be you. So saying, my family got over me moving to Australia. Anyone that loves you, they will get over it. Follow your heart. Follow your truth. Even when people disagree with you, there's a reason for it. Because if you don't, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to be sad because you're not being your authentic self. Focus on your relationships. That's important. Have, a stable life as well, and on your family and everything. Don't completely toss them to the curb, but still stand in your truth. There's a balance, right? You need to have a balance. Right now you're out of balance. That's why I feel you got that card as well. Pile 6. And there's a few messages in here, to take back your power, to not feel like that victim, to let go of the anger as well, and to realize that life's a journey. Sometimes it's going to be tough, but it's for our own good. The darkness is just the absence of light. Without the darkness, it would be a lot harder to see the light. Without our low points, maybe we wouldn't appreciate the high points as well. That light and shade is essential. It's what makes this life exciting as well. You gotta have the lows if you're really gonna feel those highs really good, right? Here's some mantras for you. So we have two. We have fearlessness. We have calming. Okay, so the first one here is fearless. So just your hand like that. When you meditate, I'll have links for you down below pile 6. I have them for all the piles. You will say, my courage and self-assurance is unwavering. Right? My courage and self-assurance is unwavering. Fearlessness. Fearlessness to be your authentic self. Fearlessness to not be fear of being judged for being your authentic self, for following your authentic truth. But yeah, because if you're not being authentic, yeah, you're gonna be sad, yeah, you're gonna be angry, yeah, you're gonna feel stuck. Of course you would. This is gonna help you with that. And calm. Let's calm ourselves, right? I mean, it'd be hard for me to actually get in front of the camera from where it's angled, but you can see what position you need to do with your hands in this meditation. But when you do it, you say, I rest in the calm of inner balance and support. I rest in the calm of inner balance and support. Inner balance, right? And support. Because you have support from your angels, from your guides, from the universe. To be your authentic self, to follow your truth, to follow your passions. And, sometimes life isn't easy. Let's not be envious of that. Let's not be angry of the unfairness that happens in our life. Let's not dwell on it. Let's be empowered by it. Let's dust ourselves off and try again. Let our adversities strengthen us. So this is your reading, pile 6. I hope that it has brought some light into your situation. These are the shadow aspects of ourselves that we need to work on to become our highest version of ourselves. I wish you all the best. Love and light. Take care.